What's up, guys? Today I'm going to show you how to get all of the new vector validation stuff inside of Bear Alpha. So this will give you Vector Bear, the Bear Star one, archived kill effect, vector validation kill effect, and a brand new skin. So let's get into it. First, you're going to have to join this game by excruciatingly the Archives Legacy. You join up, and basically this shows up. You don't really need to read it because I will be showing you everything. So first you come down here into the elevator, and all the way over here, requirements, none go in. You're going to have to do all of the vector validations again for the rewards. So this one is the one that gives you Vector Bear, so let's get into it. This will give you Vector Bear in both Bear Star and Bear Alpha. So nothing's changed about it. I'll quickly just go through it. Basically an obby, and you're gonna have to collect orbs throughout the way, and I'll show you where every location is. I won't do any cuts, but I'll probably speed up the footage at like unimportant bits. So the first orb, I don't know why we fell down there. The first orb will be all the way in the Sam was here room up here, so just come over here and do that. Right on the table. Then you're going to have to go all the way back around. This one will take a while to beat because of just how slow you are, but whatever. You're gonna have to climb up these ladders. And then right over here, get on top of this part, and you will be walking down into that pit, into System Crypt. Just fall all the way down here. Alright, so once you fall down here, follow where I go. The orb is in like a dead end. And also, if you die at any point in this quest, you just respawn, so you won't get kicked or nothing. So if you want to reset or anything, you totally can. My bad, I believe it's over here. So where this like green bear is, you want to squeeze through this, and the orb is right over here. Every time you click, it will play a little sound, so you know. Just gonna want to come all the way down over here. Right to where these big rocks are, and then you come down here to where this big dude is. And just keep going straight, then take a right, and there will be a hole you have to jump down. Right over here. Jump all the way down these parts you can walk on. You're going to have to fall all the way down onto this guy's big arm. So right here, I fall over here, then climb onto his big arm. And down here you'll see these black and blue like servers. Jump down onto them. Then for the orb, just come on over here and all the way down here where the bathroom is. That's where the orb will be. Now you can just go all the way back. Once you're in this room, climb up this ladder, and then you're going to have to walk until you're high enough to jump down onto this map. Alright, so I'm high enough now, so I'll just jump on down. Then you're going to have to enter this place, the Cheese Corporation. This entire room's messed up, so just try not to fall. You can just go against the here. The orb will be, I believe, down over here. Yeah, right inside of here. This like sewage domain type room. Click it and go back. You're just gonna have to go outside. Right over here. Walk against this giant cheese altar into the big trees. Then jump down onto this tree and jump onto the Bald Morgan, or whatever his name is, Bald Martin. You're going to want to just follow where I go. Try not to fall. If you fall down there, you're going to get stuck. And you come over here into here. Go inside. You basically just walk for a bit, and the orb is somewhere inside of here. Come into this ladder room, climb up. Then you're over here. You'll enter this weird, like, checkerboard place. You're going to want to go into this room and climb up over here. There will be a secret little room you can go through that has the orb right here. Then you come on down and get out of the checkerboard room. Once you're out here, you'll drop down and walk against another Bald Martin part. And once you're above this part of the map, you jump down. And I've got no clue what this map's called, but yeah, you're in here now. And for the orb, you're going to want to go all the way over here into this room. Click it. Then go back to that room that had the boards on the floor and the big hole. There's a lot of crawling through vents. Yeah, just pass by this blue part. Then we're already back here, yeah, and then right here you're going to want to jump through. Now you're in this map. Just going to want to come through this part. And enter through the vent. Now you're in this weird place. You can go through this door, and the orb is right there. And walk through here on these planks, through this. And then you've basically done it. Just gonna want to drop down and walk all the way till you're at this blue vector area. There are holes, so you know you're gonna want to be careful for that. I'll just go on the map part because it's way safer. And come over here to where the social gears are. And yeah, basically done it. Right here you'll see this part. It's a little token with sparkles. Touch it, and now you've gotten Vector Bear and Bear Star and Bear Alpha. Now rejoin, and we're going to redo Affinity Anniversary, and that will give you archived in both of the games. Right through here. Go into the portal. Oh, Annual Advancement. I guess that's the name of it. This one's way darker, but you're also way faster, so yeah, just follow where I go. It's basically the same thing with slight changes. It's gonna want to fall down here. I'll try to go a bit slower, but the player is fast. There's no invisible floor, there's just the floor is missing, so. But here's the first orb right there. Just don't fall, stay on the edges. And remember, if you do die, you don't get kicked or anything. You'll be able to respawn and do it again. Come back out here, go into this part. And just like the last one, you're going to have to jump all the way down here and fall back down into System Crypt. Now this one has an invisible floor, so don't get scared if you fall here. And you're going to have to go over here into the secret room in Bear Alpha. Oh, I got stuck there. But you're going to climb up, and the orb will be right there. This part is a conveyor, so just spam jump whenever you get on it, because it'll push you back. And you're going to have to basically go the same way. You're also going to have to hug the walls. There's no invisible floor anymore. The floor is just gone. So you'll fall right through and die. Right here at this big crate, just come on over here and squeeze through this. You're going to have to go through the same hole you did in the other one. So just go straight. And then right over here. Just don't fall. You know, jump. Hug the walls. Do whatever. And right here, you can hop on this crate. Hop on this part. Hop over here. And you should be just good. You walk around this stuff. Now right here, you're going to fall through these parts. So just aim for this black square right here. And over here, you can jump through this part. So yeah. Now we are on top of SOS. Come through here on this like transparent path. And jump right inside. This is the SOS map. There are holes and stuff. It's a bit more confusing, but you know, just follow where I'll go. You're going to want to basically go back to the spawn. This right here, this part, you can go through it, and there's a floor underneath, so don't get scared. And right here, this little open part, that's where the orb is. Now you can go through and run out here like the last one. And you're going to want to go to the same part. So it's basically similar, but there's way more holes and tricks and stuff. Now down here, there is a floor. It's just invisible, so you can just jump on down. And enter the Cheese Corp again. Now this part's way more difficult. You're going to want to go all the way back here and just be careful, because whenever you jump, you hit your head on the wall and it might, you know, knock you over or something. Run through these hallways, and right inside of here, the orb is inside. But you get out through the same way all the way down here, and then hop on top of the cheese altar. This time there's no floor or anything. There's not a lot of trees, so you're just going to want to hop down. Now, you don't go to the same spot last time. It's you're going to hop on top of this part, the grass. Come over here. Hop on top of this part. And then right over here, there's this part with all these containers. The orb is small and it's in there. Come through this broken part in the wall. Hop up here. And just like last time, you get on top of the bald martin. Now, this has no floor, so be careful. Land on top of this wall. Get on this bed. And then hug the wall on the side and come through here. This time, the orb is right here on the pool table. So you'll be able to get that and then just leave. You're going to have to go through the green part of the map. Right over here. I'm not sure if this is the right way to do it, but this is the way I do it. I believe you jump down here. Right here is the last orb. Now, you reset. And if you turn around and you have every orb, this path will show up. This is it's a bunch of islands. Basically, just go against these transparent parts. And then all the way over here. And then down here is the token. So congrats, you've gotten archived in both Bear Alpha and Bear Star. Now rejoin this place again and come through here, the elevator. Now, these next two rewards are new and only in alpha. So since you've done both vector validation and gotten vector bear and the archive thing, you will be able to come through here and get this final foundation. Now this is a brand new one. You're quick like in the second one, but you'll be able to see there's 7 orbs, and I will be showing you how to get them all. Alright, so first off, orb 1, you're going to jump down here, and it's basically similar, you know, hug the walls and come over here, and the first orb is over here. Now this area will open, run through, just climb up these walls again. And then you're gonna go back to system crypt like we have been doing. You can just jump right through here. Now land on top of these white parts, because right here, there's no floor. So you're gonna have to jump on top of this barrel. There is no floor here. If you fall, you die. So make your way over to this part. The orb is in the exact same spot. Now you hop down. And you're going to want to go out through the same place. This is a conveyor, remember, so spam jump. And then just, if you remember where you went last time, just go to the same place. You know, over here, through the tiny little gap. Now, you don't have to go through that tiny gap. I'm just going to say that now. It's just the way I go, and I'm just used to going that way. But yeah, now you come over here. And like last time, you run through. And you're going to want to jump down here. It's a slide. There are invisible walls, so you won't fly off, so you can just sit still. And now you're in the Bear Star System Crypt. Just come all the way to the left here. Try not to fall. It's very slanted. And there's no orb in this section, so don't worry about that. Then just climb up here, and right out of this hole, climb up. Now we're back in Subtle Shuttle. This time you're going to have to go to the green area for the orb, and the red area to get out. You run through this way, then down this hole, and over here is the green area. If you just go right over here to this dead end, that's where the orb is. Then go back, come into this room in the middle and jump through this little hole. Now you're down here. It's a pop quiz. This one's Flash Fire Fever, Red Velvet, and All Thanks. Then you fall down here. Gonna want to come all to the right side of the map. And as you can see, or not yet, but all the way down there is the orb. So try and jump down to this green part. Then the orb is here. Click it and you don't have to die. You can actually climb back up by going over on this path. You're going to have to find a long blue path to walk across. As you can see, the blue path is all the way over there. So you're going to want to follow this, climb up this big pillar, and then just walk across it. It's going to be a long walk. You basically just want to get all the way to the end there, and there will be a little more stuff, and then you're done. Once you're here, just jump over all this stuff. Try not to fall. Some of these jumps can be a little far. There's no orb at this white section. You're going to want to make it all the way back to the islands part. And right over here, orb 5, the islands. So you'll have to go back through these islands, jump on top of this can, and come all the way over here. As you can see, the orb is right on this green grassy island. Click it, then come back up here. It's kind of a risky jump. Alright, I may or may have not fallen, but you come up here, then climb over back on these pink transparent parts onto the island with these sea face guys, and you're going to want to come down here, jump on these, make sure you don't fall into this water. And now you'll see this leaning tower. It's kind of hard to climb up for this part. You can climb up that way. Then you're going to have to climb up this normally, and it's really difficult. Just because of how quick you run. Yeah, see, I keep falling at that part. But once you're up here, you can just climb up here. And now, Orb 6, Hermit Highway. This one's also another easy one. So right over here, you'll see this pit. Just fall down right here. The floor is missing, so be careful. But as you can see, the orb's over there, so climb on this. Then come over. And then just go all the way back up. Right over here, you can climb on top of this, then come over. It's kind of difficult. Then the ropes. And you're going to want to go over this way. Yeah, Orb 7, this one is pretty difficult, this castle part. So this is what I usually do. I just hug the wall. Then right here, jumping through the middle. It's really, really risky. Like, I'm falling right now. I would just jump in through the middle and then try and climb on top of this. I mean, you can go any way you want. It's just the way I go. And then once you're over here, just jump up. Now for the final orb, you're going to want to go over this way. Well, get through this wall first. Then all the way down here is the orb. That is the final orb you'll need. Then, you're just going to want to come back out here. Go forward straight to the Haunted Mansion. Right over here is the Haunted Mansion map. Walk past all these little pumpkins. This also has no floor, so right over here, just jump out. That was risky. Now climb on top through the door frames. And once you're up here, if you have all the orbs, this thing will be here. You can come all the way down and get your reward. The Vector Validation Orb skill effect in Bear Alpha. Now for the last one, this is a very difficult one. It takes a while to do. You're going to want to go back into the Vector Validation place. And basically, each Vector Validation place will have steps. Or not steps, like little mini quests that you'll have to do. So the first one, I'll show you what to do. So you're going to want to get 4 orbs, then go to the 5th area and do something. Alright, so I cut a bit of that because I already showed you all how to get this one, but yeah, you just get all the... Just get the first 4 orbs in Vector Validation 1, and then I'll just speed it up till I'm at the right part. just make your way over to that graveyard area. Remember, do not fall. And right there is the first cube thing. I don't really know how to pronounce it. You're going to want to click it. And this will show up. Now, these give you hints for the next one, but since I'm just showing you, you don't really need the hints. But what you will need is the code that it puts at the end. It says, "Come find me," and then it will give you a code. 915. And the reason why there are dots is because that is not the full code. After this, you can just leave and rejoin. Now, once you're back in here, the second little mini quest thing you're going to have to do will be in the second vector validation. So each one has its own little quest. So this one, you're going to have to collect 4 big pink orbs. So instead of collecting, you're also going to have to get the blue ones to get access to all of them. But yeah, along the way, there's 4 big orbs you're going to have to get. Alright, once you're in here, I've already showed you everything, you know, how to get all the orbs and stuff. So just collect them all, and I will only show you important things. So, you know, I don't really know what I'm saying right now, but just follow me, collect the orbs on the way. There's only 4 maps with orbs, but, you know, some of them are near the end, so yeah. Now, the first pink orb is at System Crypt. So once you fall down here, first off, come get the System Crypt orb. And then, we all know how System Crypt has the hidden blue and pink orb. You're going to have to find the pink one. Okay, I had to rough cut because I looked around for way too damn long. But basically, right next to the hole you have to fall through, if you come here, the orb will be there. Now you can just fall through and go. Alright, so, basically, just come over here. And SOS doesn't have one, but the one right after this does. And then the last 2 are at the end. So, even in here, you're still going to have to go and get the orb. I'm going to come back through here, over here, click the orb. Then come back out over here. Let's run all the way down here. And instead of going inside of the building, right behind this big trash can, there's a little hole in the wall. Or not a little hole in the wall, but you know. And then right through here. That was the second orb. Now the rest of them are both basically right at the end, so yeah, you're just gonna have to collect all the orbs and do this like normal. Now, once you're back inside of this map, whatever it's called, this one's actually important because it has an orb in it. Pink orb. So you're gonna want to go to the green area. Yep, right over here. And then right outside on the top here, there's that orb. And now you're going to want to hop down here. Oh, there's also this orb. Dang, I forgot about this orb every time. You don't really need it, though. Climb back up here. Now you're going to want to jump over here and jump down here, because the last orb is actually all the way back at this museum part. So when you're here, jump. And this one's way more harder, because, you know, of how much stuff is over here. Just be careful, walk across this path, jump over here, and you're going to want to go down here where the contributors are, pass by Misto, walk on this one stud part. It's pretty risky, just be careful. And then the last orb is over there. Now what you're going to want to do, you can just reset, and the cube will be on one of the islands. Turn around and come all the way over here. And you're going to want to go all the way to the far left. There's this one island in the shape of a monster right there. Yeah, get on top of this guy. Here's the second thing. After all that, 3802. Now you can leave and rejoin. Alright, and now for the final one, it's a bit confusing. It's going to be inside of the last vector validation place, the newest one. So just make your way over there. This one's not too hard, especially since you don't really have to beat or collect all the orbs, but you're gonna have to get them all except like the final one. Yeah, I don't know why I walked back there, but coming through this portal. Now inside of this, you're going to have to die to 3 things in a specific order. The spawn location inside of System Crypt, or the fake checkpoint, the pink lava all the way at the Haunted Mansion section, and finally it's like one of the quiz doors. I'm forgetting the name of it. It's a quiz door that you're gonna have to die to. And yeah, so, you know, just like normal, just get that orb and then come over to System Crypt. You also have to die to these in a specific order, by the way, so yeah. Die to the System Crypt fake spawn location, the pink lava, and then the quiz door. Alright, so just come on over here. I know I'm being real quiet, but there's not much to say. And then right over here, this fake checkpoint, touch it. And you hear that noise, that means you did it right. You'll now spawn on top of this, just the place you're facing is jump all the way down here. So these kind of have checkpoints if you do it the right way. Then you can just come all the way down here. Now finally, we've made it here. Just jump into any part of the lava. Does not matter, and we'll heal it. We'll hear the noise, which means we did it right. When you respawn, you're going to be all the way up here. Just jump down onto this island and go all the way back. Because you're going to have to go to the cheapo door and die. Now on mobile, this might be harder to see because how bright it is, but right over here, jump, and you're going to have to climb on the back side of it because it's kind of tilted. It's a pretty hard jump, but everything else is fine. Just follow where I'm going. Just go all the way back to the quiz doors. You're going to have to die to the cheapo part. And then you'll have to, once again, come back here. Oh, glorious frame right there. So once you're back over here, jump onto this side. Or it really doesn't matter, but just jump onto any of the pillars and climb back up until you are right here. Now, I'd say jump about right here because it's closest. Then get on. That's a close jump. And then right here where it says cheapo, die. We hear the noise. And now we spawn back over here. Now you're going to have to go back again to where that giant tilted tower is. That tilted tower? Yeah, right over here. Drop all the way down. Land on a nice spot. And then right here is the block. And that's the last part of the code. 764. Now we can leave and rejoin. Once you spawn back here, once again, go down here. And now there's this section I haven't really showed you before because the only use for it was for hints, but you guys aren't going to need the hints. But right now, I'm pretty sure you need to insert it, so we're just going to do it just to be safe. You're going to want to come all the way down here. And in this last one, right here, you'll see this wall is different. You click on it, it reveals these buttons. Now the order is fire, water, sand or sun, whatever that is. And right there, you do mountain, hill, grass, land, I don't know. Red, blue, yellow, green. That's all you need to know. Now you just come back here. This wall will be opened up. If you did everything right, there will be 3 blocks in here. And you need to insert the full code that we got. And the full code is 915. So 915 3802 3802 764 764. Press check. There's going to be a dialogue system. It takes a while. I'll just speed through it. Once that dialogue is over, you're going to want to go back through the elevator and do right here back to the lobby. Now right up here, climb onto the bogus machine to climb up here. See the text? You're going to want to type out curator. So CURATOR. You'll hear that noise and the elevator will switch. Now you go up it instead of down it, and there will be a secret area right here. This text basically just tells you, congrats, this is what happens next. You're going to have to speedrun all 3 of the vector validation things. For the last 2, you have 460 seconds, and for this one, you have like 10 minutes. Just because of how slow you are. So, yeah, just don't mess up. And also, most importantly, you don't have to collect the orbs. They're already activated for you. So, yeah, you don't need orbs. It's going to give you a 10-second countdown, and you're going to have to go as fast as you can. Try not to die. If you die, you just respawn. And also, if the time runs out, you get teleported back to this first place. Alright, so don't leave or anything, or else you're going to have to do like the whole code thing again. It's just pretty annoying to do. touch the finish part. And now that you've completed it, and you'll go ahead and do the anniversary one. Now, like the last one, I'm just going to speed it all up because, well, you don't really need any of this. Yeah, just come through here. Like last time, I'm just going to speed it up a bit because there's nothing for me to say. You're just going to have to, you know, finish as quick as possible. And by now, you should already know the layout, especially since you don't have to collect orbs. Now, as you can see, this one's way shorter because of how fast you are. So, yeah, just don't mess up. Even if you die, like, once or twice, you might still be able to make a comeback. Alright, at this part, touch this, then you'll get teleported to the islands, and you're just going to want to go to the island that usually has the badge. Which should be this one down here. Yep. Completed it. Now, the final vector validation. Once you speedrun this one, you'll get teleported to one of those nice little sub places where you get to talk to, or you get to see, like, the writings from the creator, and then you'll be able to get your badge. Just like that, after failing and having to redo this entire thing, I finished. And when you're done, you can touch the door, and you will be sent to Egghead's room. You're going to have to do another challenge, but it's not hard. First, click this red Fabergé egg, you'll open this door. Then click on every picture on the TV so you get to this one. Now over here, the refrigerator, or the, fridge will be open. Click on that purple part. Now the stuff will appear on the bed, or next to it. Click that key. Press A on the tier list. And now over here, this will be open, but no, not yet. The floor will collapse, and you will get to see a bunch of stuff that Test Gaming has made over the years. Excruciatingly, I call them Test. That's another one of those nice things you get to go through. You can just see all of the big stuff. The majority of these are these like little statues, munchkins, I think he calls them. You have to follow the path, and I mean, yeah, that's kind of it for this section. Just get to see a bunch of cool stuff he's made. Gonna have to go all the way around to make it into that pit. You'll land in this ball pit. You can climb up here. Over here are these big egg doors. They'll open up, and you can just keep walking on this path. They'll slowly light up afterwards. And right there's a statue of the man himself. Now, you know, he talks, and I would read it all, but I've already read all of this on stream. So, you know, you can just read all of it. You can pause and read. It's a nice read. I just really don't want to do it again. Not gonna lie. And now you can walk behind this giant part, and down here is the reward. The final token. Touch it, and you will get the Curator skin in Bear Alpha. So in Bear Alpha, you can open up the inventory. As you can see down here, this is the skin. This is the classic version of it. It's pretty cool in game. And in Kill Effect, you will have archived and vector validation orbs. Thanks for watching. I hope this helped you out, and goodbye.